Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss, and I'm going to give a review on P-Valley Season 2, Episode 5, White Nights. And what I liked about this episode, it took you back and it showed you Keyshawn's life. Because I always wanted to know how she hooked up with Derek in the first place. You get what I'm saying? And she always had this little uppity attitude. So I always want to know the history of Keyshawn, aka Miss Mississippi. I've always wanted to know, and we got a glance of that. We got a story about Keyshawn leading up to the events of other things. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now we are taken back to Keyshawn high school years. You know, her father left her mother for a flight attendant named Shanice. We know that. And now they are living in Chucalissa with her stepmom and two stepsisters, Veronica and Alicia. Now, teenage Keyshawn new tries to adjust to her new high school by trying out for the cheerleading team. And she didn't have much luck with that. And she meets Derek and she meets Gidget, who are already on the squad. Now, Keyshawn doesn't make the cut, but of course her sister does. But she still, honey, catches Derek's eye. He looks so different. The way he looked now with all that hair on his face and his hair out, he really looked like a madman now. But I'm going to say Derek was cute. He was cute. So, looked like the all-American boy, comes to her defense when a football player makes a jab at Keyshawn after she, didn't take him up on his advances. And what I don't like is it just goes to show you in that moment, guys don't like rejection. They have like this thing with rejection. You can't say no without them making them feel bad. If they say, "Hey, can I buy you something to drink?" No, but at FUB, it's like they get really defensive and get an attitude because we are rejecting them, even though it's rejected in a nice way. They get mad, and sometimes nowadays, guys will kill you if you reject them or try to harm you. So what that guy did, that young man did, that football player, was uncalled for. And by him spitting on Derek, I'm sorry, I don't care who you are, what color you are, you spit on me, you catching one. Point blank, period. You're going to catch one if you spit on me. I can't stand that. That's nasty. So Derek turned around, and did him in, right? But Derek gets detention, and the guy, they get suspended because Derek did throw the first hit, but they got spit on Derek. Okay, and that was disgusting. Lord have mercy. But it also takes you in, you can see the colorism between Keyshawn and her stepsisters. Her mother is a light-skinned, brown-skinned woman, long hair, and so her children are the same and beautiful. And her stepfather leaves her mom for her because she was a flight attendant, but she left his mom, Keyshawn's mom, for Shanice. So you can tell, there are still some color lines, racism in the Deep South, that people still feel one way and they think one way, they still have that going on. And you can, in this show, this episode brought some of that out, especially, honey, when Derek took Keyshawn to the mistletoe ball. Now her sisters went to the other party at the school, I think. But honey, Keyshawn went to a whole different ball and had a whole different experience. And you could tell about her coming up in there and Derek with a black girl on his arm. They wasn't too keen about that. They didn't like that. And then I guess they was getting ready to kiss, and this woman was like standing there like, "Oh no, you not." That was his mother. So but hey, that's what it was back then. Okay. And when they was leaving, it started snowing. And was that Derek's first time getting busy? Let me know in the comment section. Was that Derek's first time getting busy? Because he was like, did he never do it in the car, or he never had sex, period? Because honey, Keyshawn took over. All right. She took over, and I guess you going to see what this brown sugar could do. And she put it on him. He ain't know what to do with himself, honey. But anyway, let's continue. So What I don't like about Keyshawn's stepmother is that she think that her daughters are golden and they are, you know, up there, and she thinks she's golden and she's up there, but she got some struggles too, because I think there's some secrets that she knows about her father that she's not willing or ready to reveal. So she know that her husband, how she got him, she might lose him the same way. She might find out he messing with somebody else. But what I did like, Keyshawn caught on real quick how he was holding his stepsister's side. And she's like, what is this? And you could tell the stepsister was, and I think that was Alicia, who was kind of like, uncomfortable with that. I peeped that. Oh, yeah, I peeped that. I peeped that. But see, it just shows you that Keyshawn was treated like if she was a stepchild for real. She was doing hair. She was doing things around the house. She was getting talked to any type of way. That's not how when you are with someone and they're not your child, you treat them as if they are your child. You get what I'm saying? But some people don't have it in them to do that. And it goes to show you that Shanice, does not. So let's continue. Now, I love the fact that they showed Keyshawn and Derek when she was pregnant with their first child, and of course he had issues then. Two people with daddy issues. Keyshawn has daddy issues, and so does Derek. Keyshawn's father is not showing her the love and attention that she needs, like he does her stepsisters and his wife. But and so does Derek. Derek gets beat at home. He's getting bruises, and his bruises are showing up physically, but it's also messing him up mentally. All right, because he starts beating on Keyshawn. Okay, and the father probably beats on the mom. See, behavior that the parents do is learned at home. So that's all Derek saw was the stuff that his father was doing. He thought it was okay to do it to Keyshawn. And she went back home, and her stepmother was like, you can't, run. I can't have my daughters around this, as if being pregnant was a plague. But that's how people saw it back then, And she had to go back home. And he had all these roses waiting for her. I would never do it again, and this and that. And I just, at some point, honey, I think Keyshawn is either going to kill Derek or she's going to end up leaving him and never to be found. We'll get to that in a minute, why I say that. Now, she was still footing the bill. I don't know what's wrong with Derek, why he can't get a job or why he can't hold a job. Something is just not right. And then when he was saying all that hateful stuff about his parents saying that she trapped him and black this, oh my God, I was like, you know what? Ooh, that was a little bit much, but honey, he only would have to say that to me one time and I'm out of there. I don't care if I had to strip my baby on my hip, honey. There's no way I would have went back to that. No way. And then she has another child from Derek. Crazy. Now we go into back. Now we fast forward to years later. And she's doing the Dirty Dozen tour. And let me just tell you, Rome got everything that he deserved. Rome deserved everything. Okay, so Keyshawn is at it's Mississippi night, and I love the fact that Jocelyn was there because Jocelyn didn't seem like she was acting, honey. Jocelyn was in her world, so she wasn't doing too much. She was just Jocelyn, and that's what I loved. So she was out there killing it, and I think I saw Jessica Dime in that episode as well. But anyway, so Keyshawn was up there. She was killing it. She was doing things. They was giving her love, giving her money. So she was upstairs talking to the other young ladies. And here come Jocelyn with the money gun, baby. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Mrs. Keyshawn made a killing that night. Okay, she made a killing that night. So they go back to the hotel room. Well, Jocelyn gives her a key. And then she goes back to the hotel room where Little Murder and Teak and Wody is at. And Rome is in there. And of course, Rome starting with Teak. Teak is a ticking time bomb. That guy is always on 1,000 all the time. He needs to chill out. Somebody give him some melatonin. He is just too hyped up all the damn time. So, Rome tells Keyshawn, we got to go to this place, get ready, where's the bag of money? So, they making all that money. She's up there doing angel wings in the money and stuff. I'm happy for her. She's making her money. She's doing what she got to do. She got her eyelashes. She got everything going for her. But her wig, thing didn't come through. Which, but the shoe, the stripper heel, but that was a beautiful shoe though. They want to do a collaboration and stuff like that. But you could tell she wasn't feeling that. So she gets dressed. When she's in Rome's hotel room. And I knew that snake was gonna do something. And he looking at her all like saying all this stuff. And I guess, he thought that Keyshawn had been down to have sex, and she wasn't. He got mad, and he was like, "Yeah, he's showing Keyshawn that he had videotaped Teak and murder." And I was like, "This is not gonna go well." And then he tried to rape her, so she fought back. So she was like, "F all this stuff, F all this stuff." So when she went to go back to the hotel where Wody was at, he was like, "Hey, what's going on? What happened?" And she told him everything. Wody was like, wow. But I never saw. Wody is my dude because he kept it calm. He kept it smooth. And I didn't see this coming. But how he dealt with Rome, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Because, my husband said Wody and Keyshawn going to end up together. I don't know. But you could tell he genuinely cared for Keyshawn and he cared about his friend murder. And he know what his friend doing. He know that. Because that little eye contact that Wody and Keyshawn had, when they was talking with their eyes, I had fell out with that. I was like, okay, they know the deal. But they like Murder and T for who they are. You get what I'm saying? It ain't no judgment. You could tell he didn't have no judgment towards Murder when he saw him coming out the woods with Clifford. Uncle Clifford. So, honey, Wody took things into his own hands. He went to go meet with Rome. See, Rome was on that powder. Okay, he was on that cocaine, that snowfall stuff. So he started losing his damn mind. But Wody woke him up real quick, and he went to sleep permanently. So they had a conversation. They was doing the thing. He was like, "Why don't you hit it first?" So Wody hit it first. But if you notice, I think he moved over and he did a line, and here go Rome, taking it straight across. So I'm like, okay, they don't use the gold fingernails no more. Ooh, that's back in the 80s. But anyway, so he started like feeling like he couldn't breathe and everything, and Wody just talking to him, keeping it cool. And I like the way he did that. He was keeping it cool, and he was like, yeah, you want an open casket. I just love that whole thing. And honey, he was gone. So people thought that he had an overdose. But Wody, he gave him some fentanyl, and he gave him a lot of it, because all you need is a dose of that stuff. That stuff could kill you. So therefore, he took care of Rome real quick. Now back to Keyshawn and Derek, and this is pissing me off. She get home and the baby is irritated. Jay is like the oldest one. He's irritated and he's not feeling good, and of course he's trying to be a loving father and husband or whatever he is to Keyshawn, boyfriend, and holding the other baby. He fixed her something to eat, so she takes the baby to the doctor. The baby arm was dislocated and he had bruises on his back. And I'm like, oh no, Derek, I know you ain't beating on this baby. But that's all he know, because his father beat on him. So he feel like he could beat on his child however he pleases. And then when he put that iron, when he was beating on Keyshawn and he put that iron to her face, I was like, no, please don't. He didn't. But my thing is, when is Keyshawn gonna get tired, man? When is she gonna get tired? When is Keyshawn going to get tired of this mess? Because I'm tired of it. I just hope that in somewhere in this series, because we only got 3 more episodes to go, because it's like only 8 episodes. We on number 5. I just hope and pray that by the end of season 2, she is away from Derek, because it's going to take the fact that he beat on them kids and she's going to end up killing him, or she's going to get up out of there. And I could see her killing Derek faster than her leaving. So I don't know what you guys think. How did you like this episode? Let me know in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys later. I really did enjoy this episode. It was good to see how Keyshawn's life went before she became, a dancer. That was pretty good, and I'm glad they gave us an insight with her and Derek, because I was really curious about that relationship, and now I know how it started, and I just hope that it doesn't end with him killing her. But I was sure enough love for something to happen to him, because what he's doing is too much. He's doing too much. All right, you guys. I hope I didn't talk your ear off, but let me know in the comment section what you thought about this week's episode, and I will talk to you guys later.